Hi everyone, thanks for dropping by my YouTube channel today and checking out this final test video for Bernie's analog version Breckwell brand pellet stove controller. Bernie sent me this one because he was telling me that the controller would not drive pellets into the fire pit when in automatic mode. Typically, when I hear this, I tell people that on certain models of this controller there's a fuse located between these two switches that needs to be checked. Bernie told me that the fuse was good, so then I told him that most probably he had a failed solid state relay. What I did not know at the time was that this controller has the ability to control a hot rod element or an igniter. That changes things a little bit. So today I received the controller, I did some troubleshooting work on it, I found a problem in the heater drive section, I made repairs there, I tested it, it's fully functional again. So before I package it up to return to Bernie, it's time to do final tests. As you can see, I have Bernie's controller connected to my tester. It's mounted on a faceplate, and this faceplate has an actual auger motor behind it. The shaft from the auger motor comes out the front, and there's an X marks the spot label on the shaft so that you can see it spin when the controller is calling for the motor to spin. I also have 4 light bulbs at the rear. The first one simulates the igniter. The second one, the combustion fan. The third simulates the auger motor. And finally, at the far end with the red decal on it, the light bulb simulates the convection or room fan. For this controller, we'll see all 4 lights come into action. So keep an eye out for that. So let's go ahead and turn things on. I have power applied to the controller now. Let's turn it on and we'll see 2 or 3 lights come on. We see 2 lights come on, the combustion fan, the firebox fan, and the convection or room fan. The convection fan comes on because on my test system I don't have a hot air room fan switch, so that is bypassed, which means it comes on as soon as I turn on the controller. On your furnace you'll have a switch that needs to be warmed up before the convection or room fan can come on. So right now we're in manual mode and there's a few things we can check. We'll make sure that we're in low position here, and currently we're in high, so I'm going to switch to off, and as you see the convection or room fan light went dim. Bright, dim, bright, dim. That indicates that the motor would be spinning faster or slower, faster or slower. The next thing we can do is rotate through the low B, C, D, E max switch positions. And as I do that, notice the intensity of the light bulb for the convection or room fan changes. That would correlate to the fan running faster or slower. So right now I'm in low, we have a dim light bulb, the fan should be running slow. Faster, faster, faster. D, E, and max are connected together on the circuit board. That's what I say for every one of these controllers. D, E, and max, we don't see an intensity change there. But when we go to C, B, and low, the intensity of the light bulb changes and the fan would run faster or slower. The next thing we can check is the manual feed for the auger, and when I press on that, we see the light bulb for the auger in yellow comes on, we hear the auger motor spinning, and we see X marks the spot decal spin. Release, press, release, press. So you see that's functional. The manual switch causes the auger motor to drive. So that's it for the manual tests. The next thing we'll do is we'll go to automatic mode, and to do that we'll press on the auger button here. When I do that, 3 things will happen. First, we'll see the green light at the top here come on to tell us we're in automatic mode. And then we may see a quick jog of the auger motor. And finally, when I release my finger from the button, we'll see the hot rod element light come on. So let's try that. I press, we see the quick spin of the auger motor, and when I release, we see the igniter element has come on. I've already pre-tested this, and I know that this lamp will stay on for about 10 minutes. That's a safety feature, so that it doesn't need to be on forever. So if I were to leave it in this state, the igniter light bulb would go off, which means that the heater element would no longer be receiving power and it would cool down. So the next thing I can do here is wait for the auger motor to spin, and as you saw, we just had a burst of auger drive, a short burst with a long off time. There's also a hole here in the faceplate, and behind the hole is a small LED. It's hard to see in the video, but I can see it functioning. whenever the auger is driving, whenever we see the X marks the spot spin, the little light back here comes on. I can see it happening, but we may not see it in the video. So that's in low mode. If I switch through the different positions, B, C, D, E, and max, we saw that the intensity of the convection or room fan increased, but we also see that the auger will drive for a longer period of time. Just wait, there it is, driving for a longer period of time. And actually, the off time will be shorter. It'll drive more often. So let's wait for that. Another quick burst to happen here. There it is, long on time and a shorter off time. So if I go back to low, we'll notice that the drive time for the auger motor is very short, but the duration between auger drives is long. Short burst, long off time. One more time, and then I'll go back to max just for one quick last check. Come on, little doggy. Let's go. There it is. Short burst. If I go back to max, we'll see we have a long burst, and it won't take as long to get that burst to happen. Let's wait for that to happen. Come on. There it is, long drive. So that's exactly what I expect to see. So let's turn this all down and turn this off. So there we have it, Bernie. Your controller is once again fully functional. I'm very pleased with the way it is. It's a good looking controller, it's in good condition. I want to thank you very much for sending it to me. I appreciate that very much. And for all you other viewers out there, if you have a pellet stove controller of your own that needs service or repair, or you need to speak with me about it, feel free to contact me. You'll find my contact information in the description below this video. In the meantime, I hope you'll take a few seconds to give this video a thumbs up, like it, and to subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate that very much. Thanks everyone. Bye-bye.